Welcome back. Well, Caitlyn, harvest season is going to be upon us very fast, and for the farmers who went through a lot of flooding, like almost nearly everybody in southern Minnesota and around the area, the good news is we don't have to worry so much about the rain for the crops to dry out now. It's kind of the opposite.
Yeah, you know, I was actually just talking about this with my parents yesterday, and I was saying how it's been so, I want to say backwards, but kind of in a good way. I know we still dealt with the flooding and there were a lot of crops lost, but on the flip side, I know that a lot of farmers were able to get out in their fields and place some crops that can handle water for them to grow, so they didn't totally lose every part of their field. And I know some of them unfortunately still lost quite a bit of their crop, but thankfully that the dry conditions didn't start moving in until recently, because then they were still able to hold on to the crops that did survive all that flooding. So personally, I feel like there's a lot more good that came out of all the rain that we had than the bad, and that's what we like to focus on, are all the positives versus the negatives. And looking forward, and it's almost harvest season, and we have not had to see a lot of farmers watering their crops until recently. Now here's what it looks like outside right now from Bethany Lutheran College in Mankato. Unfortunately, we are still going to be holding on to those dry conditions through most of this upcoming extended forecast. We do have some minor rain chances, and one thing that's kind of hindering some rain chances right now is likely to be the wildfire smoke in the area from those fires in California. Now right now we're not seeing a whole lot out there. It is a quiet start to our Thursday. This is a view from Bethany Lutheran College. Temperature wise, very comfortable as you head out the door this morning. We are primarily in the 50s. We are seeing as low as 51 degrees in Mason City, sitting at 54 degrees in Waseca, St. James, Fairmont, as well as Slayton, Redwood Falls, and down by Spencer. We're a little bit warmer here in Mankato, sitting at 59 degrees, as well as in Windham, Jackson, and Marshall. And the warmest we have in the area is actually coming in at 61 degrees in St. Peter, Owatonna, Albert Lee, Algona, and Worthington. Now winds very light right now, reaching up to about 10 miles an hour out of the southeast. And by this afternoon, we are looking at a great breeze in the area, reaching up to 20 miles an hour, and occasional gust up to 30 possible. Now, as we go through the day, we're going to hold on to that sunshine. Temperatures rising to a high of 84 degrees by this afternoon. Not only is it going to be a little bit on the warmer side, but it's also going to start feeling a little muggy again. And that humidity is going to kind of fluctuate between today and Saturday. And then as we make our way into and through the weekend into the next work week, we're going to really notice that humidity returning. Now, it's not going to be oppressive out there. It's just going to be that slight amount of mugginess, just making us hold on to summer a little bit longer. Now, just to show you, satellite radar imagery shows that it's pretty quiet down here in southern Minnesota and northern Iowa. The only cloud coverage we have is up to the northwest of us, and it's very minor. However, as that sun starts to rise once again, we're going to see those orange hues out there because of that wildfire smoke. Now, here you can see that it is green, which is considered good. However, it's more of a lime green, if you will, than this kind of more just green color. And that indicates that we're kind of teetering between good and moderate according to our scale. Now, as we take a look at the smoke and haze plume going forward, kind of like the Futurecast, you can see it's actually expected to get a little bit thicker above our heads, not here at the surface. So what that means is you're going to notice those milky skies get a little bit more white in color as we make our way into the evening hours. And this is very common because temperatures typically start dropping through the evening hours into the overnight hours. So that kind of coincides with when we are going to see that kind of thickest smoke in the area. However, once again, it is above our heads, not here at the surface. As we make our way through tomorrow afternoon, that thick smoke is going to clear up to the north of us, and we'll see more blue in the sky than we have in the last few days. And then the good news going forward is that air quality overall in general is going to improve to that good quality by Saturday. Now, if you're wondering what the air quality forecast is looking like for today, as you can see, majority of the state of Minnesota is in yellow, which is moderate, and that means that a small number of individuals who are extra sensitive to things like wildfire smoke may be affected. And if you are feeling like you are being affected, all it's recommended to do is just limit your time outside. Now, for tomorrow, again, I know you're wondering what it's going to look like tomorrow, being that it is supposed to thicken up by this evening. Not a lot of change. We're still in that yellow zone for that small group of extra sensitive people. So again, if you are feeling like you are being affected, just limit your time outside. We are looking at slight humidity with a high of 84 degrees today, dropping to low 60 degrees by tomorrow morning. there is a possibility for the northern lights, but it's iffy to say if we're going to see them because of the smoke in the area. But something to keep your mind on if you're looking for something to do. Going into the weekend and next week on your extended forecast, we're going to hold on to those summertime temperatures, and our next chance of promising rain right now is looking to come in next Wednesday with scattered showers and thunderstorms. Stay tuned. We'll be back after the break.